2026 British Motorcycle Racing Club Series. We're here at Brands Hatch live for you, and we're going to kick today's action off with the Team Green Junior and Senior Ninjas. I'm Keith Rossiter. I'm joined up here in the box by Bradley Hicks. And just for this one race early for this morning, we're joined by Hudson Cooper, the superstar from this series last year himself. Bradley, who have we got on the grid, my friend?
It's good to see you again, Hudson. Of course, reigning ACU Team Green Junior Champion. So, last year you essentially dominated the Team Green Junior Championship. The races were won by not a lot, but you got the points and you got the championship. So it was a good season all round.
Yeah, we had some good competition last year. It was a good year last year. It brought me on a lot. I got to ride on the big tracks. So I was happy with what I did last year. And obviously, promoting the team in the NW, that's 3 times in a row now. It's
good going, isn't it? Obviously, you're the most recent one. Before that was Luca, and then was it Zach the first of the championship? Yeah. But no, Zach's not racing this weekend, is he?
No. So me, Zach and Craig are sitting out because we're only racing at BSB this year.
British Talent Cup, is that the Moto 4, isn't it?
It's called Moto 4,
yeah. So how did that come about?
So just deciding what we wanted to do. We either wanted to do Junior Sport Bike or Talent Cup. And we decided to go with Talent Cup, give it a good shot. We'll be running out the NW awning for the first time in Talent Cup as well. Massive thanks to PowerTech for sorting out our bike. He's been working hard in the background sorting out my bike. But yeah, it should be a good year. Excited for the year as well. Had a good bit of winter testing as well in Spain, and happy with the bike.
That's what you want, really, isn't it? So is that kind of what you're focusing on? Because obviously you can go the more production, in inverted commas, route with the ZX4s and Supersport and that route, but Moto 4 and that kind of more prototype, again, inverted commas, that's the route you want to take, is it?
Yeah, you kind of get to a fork in the road at this age. I feel like if I didn't have a stab at this, if you want to call it the GP route, I'd be gutted. So we might as well just dip his toes in it. And at the end of the day, if I come out of this championship 2 years later, I will be a better rider riding with the GP riders. Do you know what I mean?
That's it, exactly.
In terms of developing as a rider, I think it'd be better for me to go ride on them harder bikes and you come and get on a softer, nice, soft chassis. It'd make it a little bit easier if I'm coming back to the production type bikes.
That's it, exactly. It's exactly that, isn't it? But now, there was the option there of Junior Supersport with a ZX4. Obviously, we've seen Luca on a ZX4 as well. Did you ride the bike at all? Have you ridden?
No, I haven't ridden a ZX4, but I've been riding some bigger bikes out in Spain, and it's definitely a big changing point in most junior riders in the career to decide where they want to go in this fork. But like I said before, I'll be a better rider coming out of the GP side of things if I want to come back to the production stuff. So.
That's it. It's good to hear as well. Obviously, you've got a mature head on your shoulders. What are you? They're still 15, 14?
14, yeah.
Wow. But how long have you been racing?
About 5 years now. Started in trials biking originally.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And then did start on pit bikes, moved up through the ovals, and then obviously got on the Ninja last year, which were a big changing point, getting on the big tracks, and yeah, here we are.
That's it. I remember being at the Knickerbrook commentary box at Alton, and the amount of lean angle, you're probably hanging off the bike as you go from the left to the right. I thought that is some style.
yeah. We've kind of learned that from coming out to Spain. It's such a different ball game out in Spain, training with these types of riders. So going out to Spain kind of gives you that edge when you come back to England, and you've got that extra bit of style, or extra bit of confidence, or extra bit of feel in the front, knowing when your front's going to go. But yeah, that's why we do it.
Yeah, because I remember at one point in, like say, World Superbikes and stuff like that, and I can't believe I'm saying it, it's before your time, but there was the likes of, you had Leon Camier, Cal Crutchlow, Tom Sykes, Stuart Easton. They're all going through that route. I mean, Casey Stoner was a Super Team rider in 2001, I think, so they all came through. There was a big influx of those British riders into the production World Championships, and obviously like Johnny Ray, of course, the most successful one, but not quite that British representation in the GP side, but it's these kind of things, isn't it, with Moto 4 and that a more direct route, I suppose, or a clearer route to the GP paddock.
It also seems like there's a kind of a wave of new riders, a new generation that's coming through round about my age, because all the ages went up for Talent Cup. She used to be able to join it at 12, but because they upped the ages, everyone got restricted bike and they had to go find somewhere to train, which in terms of the sport, better riders will start to be coming through because they've had to step everyone back, so it's kind of a bit of a positive.
So there's no rush then, is
yeah,
it?
Because everyone were just rushing through and trying to get straight to Talent Cup and not really learning the fundamentals that we're learning here.
Exactly.
So I think it was a positive. At the time, I was obviously gutted. But yeah, I think it's a positive for the sport that instead of everyone trying to rush through and get on bigger bikes, we need to work on a style a lot more. So, yeah.
But how was it you initially got into racing then? So you've been racing 5 years. Obviously, normally it's the dad used to race and the son now races.
Yeah.
Is that the case? Or?
No, my dad never used to race.
Oh, really?
He had a road bike, an R6, and he sold it when my mum was pregnant. But we watched MotoGP on the telly, and I originally did trials biking, and one day I just said I want to race, Dad. And then we've just cracked on with it ever since. Loved it.
So how long were you riding trials for?
About 3 years, 2 years, I'd say.
Is there anything you can kind of translate from trials into circuit racing? Because obviously it's a very different sport almost, isn't it? Oh yes, it's bikes. But,
yeah, it's bikes. But I was on electric bikes because I was only little. The reason why we started on pit bikes is because the trials bikes were similar body position, if you want to say, with large, wide handlebars.
Yeah.
So one thing, if I could go back and do it all again, I probably would jump straight on the GP bikes sooner because I started on pit bikes. But yeah, that's why we decided to go with the pit bikes. So.
Well, I can see that the guys are making their way out onto the grid now, and it's your teammate, number 16, Lucas King, who took victory earlier on today, and with that, he will line up on pole position. Conditions
are changing a little bit for this afternoon. It's a little bit more windy, but yeah, it should be a good race.